guys, it's Honey and welcome to the most wonderful time of the year. We are gathered here today to discuss the all-new cast of RuPaul's motherfucking Drag Race. It is a new year, it is a new season, and it's time to get this kicked off all over again. So this time for season 7 now, we have 14 kind of unknown, but still totally fierce new queens to overanalyze and pick apart to hell and back. So let's go ahead and get started. First up, alphabetical order of course, is Miss Ginger Minj. Now I'm really feeling this bitch. I kind of know her from being Facebook friends with her for a while now. She is a kind of campy beauty queen coming from the Sunshine State. She has a background in theater from what I understand. She has a very cute, girly, funky style. She's a very eclectic performer and she's always hilarious. And to be honest, I kind of see a lot of myself in her, and call me narcissistic, but I'm totally here for this bitch. Number 2, we have Jaidynn Diore Fierce. Now she is giving me literally everything that I could possibly need. Personality, charm, energy, uniqueness, and the bitch is from Nashville, which means she is going to be the first queen to represent Tennessee, and I know that she's going to do the state proud, even though the state kind of doesn't deserve it, but there you go. And I know she's going to represent awesome for the big girls. This bitch is here for the party, and I know she is going to turn it out. Next, we have a California queen, Jasmine Masters. Now, just to be honest, when I first heard about her, I definitely had my reservations. Her drag style isn't exactly my favorite, but upon looking her up and finding her completely hilarious and over the top I have something to say videos, I cannot wait to see her on the show. I know she's going to be great TV, and I have a feeling that she's probably going to be the source of a lot of drama, so I've definitely got my eye on Jasmine. She's very bold, very outspoken, and whatever happens, I know that she is not going to produce a dull moment. Next up, Kandy Ho. First of all, absolutely love the name. She is our resident Puerto Rican this season. She is a big time pageant girl. She has multiple crowns, but she can also turn out some really fierce looks, some avant-garde looks. She is a very high energy performer. Now with this one, the main question with her, of course, is can she overcome being lost in translation? I really fucking hope so, because I don't know about you, but I personally cannot go through another language barrier storyline. Of course, I don't know how her English is. I've never heard her speak, so maybe this isn't a problem, but I have high hopes for her, even if it's just because I don't want to see another one of those things go down again. Next up is Kasha Davis. Now, she has been in the game a while, you can tell, and she is giving me total old school vibe, old school drag. And anytime I'm ever watching any of her videos, I feel like I am in like the mid-80s or something, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. She is pretty much pure drag camp, and I absolutely love her one-liner. She can spout them out left and right, and because of that, I can totally see this one being GIF to death. Now here's one of the greatest debates of our generation. Is it GIF or JIF? Let me know down in the comments, because I sure the fuck don't know. Next up, we have another import, Katya. Here you go. I'm not touching that one. Now, she was born in the Ukraine, but from what I gather, she's lived in the US for a while now. On one hand, her looks aren't very versatile. It's usually just something blonde and simple, but on the flip side, she has a very zany personality, and her performances are a lot more comedic than I would have expected, and I think this one could be really fun. Next is Kandy Davenport. Now, I really do not know much about her at all. I know that she had a very brief run on America's Got Talent last year, and from what I've seen so far, it's kind of like she's cookie cutter drag. Like, nothing bad, but just what you'd expect on average if you just went to a nice bar one night. Okay, this hooker is literally like invisible on the internet. I can find nothing of hers except for pictures. This could be a good thing, this could be a bad thing. I guess it's kind of good because, you know, I have no expectations for her because I have nothing to build expectations upon. So right now, she can only go up from here. Now, What I do know about her is her look. It's kind of like a high fashion goth, but you know, like vintage goth, not Hot Topic goth. And she's pretty. And we'll see. Now, clear the runway, we have Miss Fame. Now, since I have been a fan of the show, Miss Fame has been the #1 most requested person to be a contestant. She was a male model, she is a celebrity makeup artist, she's done Wendy Williams, Snooki and JWoww, and many more, and she is known for that look. Like, she has the cleanest, most polished drag look that I have ever seen in my entire life. I couldn't even imagine having that kind of talent. And if it was a competition from the neck up, bitch would already have it in the bag. That being said, we all have our strengths and we all have our weaknesses. Her personality, from what I know, is very chill and laid back, and I don't know how well that's gonna work for her being in a competition with people who are notoriously over-the-top personalities, but I think that she is going to do well regardless, and I have high hopes for her. And I'm just gonna say that I'm a thirsty little dick pig, as you all know, and she is a gorgeous man, and in my opinion is going to be the most gorgeous man who's ever been on the show. And that brings us to Pearl. Now this is high motherfucking fashion right here. Very edgy, very like rich and royal rock and roll, and she is definitely an early fan favorite. However, if I'm being totally 100 with you guys, is it just me, but I feel like she and Miss Fame are kind of too similar to be on the same season. I mean, even as men, they kind of look alike. I'm just afraid it's gonna be very weird for me. I feel like the layman, you know, maybe somebody that's not such a huge fan of the show as we probably are, will probably have a little trouble in the beginning keeping them separated, but I don't know. It's just gonna be weird. Maybe it's just me. Now we have Sasha Belle. Now to me, she is one of the most versatile girls in the cast. I know when I was researching her, like every time a new photo of her come up, it kind of looked like a different person, which is a great thing, an amazing thing. And I don't know how old she is, but she seems really young in a good way. Like, she brings a really fresh, youthful presence, and I think that's gonna be very helpful in this particular cast. She's not out of this world spectacular to me, but at the same time, she's definitely doing nothing wrong, and I think she is going to at least land in the middle of the pack. And now we have Tempest DuJour. Bitch, this is drag. She is definitely hitting me hard with that old school cam, just like Kasha Davis, and she is serving me some Priscilla, queen of the motherfucking desert realness, and I love it. Don't know much by way of her personality, but her style is very bold, very in your face, and I think she's gonna be a very unique addition to the RuPaul's Drag Race family. Now we have Trixie Mattel. The most adorable damn name I have ever heard. Now, first of all, I really love her performance style. She's comedic, but she's like very high energy and very thought out, and it's very interesting to me. And obviously, she is known for that severe makeup, and she kind of brings back memories of like those early fan favorites, the ones that you just want to see more from. Anyway, I can see this bitch being very creative and being a very cool ass character. And finally, rounding out our cast this year, we have Violet Chachki. Now, she is a queen from Atlanta, Georgia. Always nice to see us Southern girls get some recognition. And I really, at this point, do not know about this one. I've seen her performances, and she's very good at what she does, but she's kind of got that very intimidating, kind of unapproachable look to her, and she's a self-proclaimed bitch, according to her Tumblr, so very reserved and very eager, but anxious to see what's gonna come from this one. Now, don't know if this will get brought up, but a few years ago there was a scandal involving Sharon Needles' crown being stolen / going missing / whatever you want to call it, and rumors have it that this girl was at the root of it. Just putting that out there. Not really gonna comment on it, but there it is. So yeah, she's definitely gonna be interesting. So there you have it, our season 7 queens. And definitely, this cast is probably the most unknown cast that they have ever collected and put together, but I really like that, and I'm really proud of them for doing that, because on one hand, it really gives smaller, lesser known people from smaller areas a chance to shine and prove that they are just as good as the big name bitch. And on the other hand, it's also really good because we don't know much about these people, so our expectations are low, and we are going to be surprised left and right, I have a feeling. Now, my official top 3 girls that I'm rooting for at this point in time with the Honey Golightly stamp of approval are Ginger Minj, Jaidynn Fierce, and Miss Bane. Now, if you're interested, I also put together a YouTube playlist of all of my favorite videos of this season's girls. My favorite performances by them, and I also try to add in some personality-heavy videos where I can find them as well, because it is not all about the look. At least, I keep telling myself that. So that's that. It's going to be a really fun season. It starts next month in January, thank God. And let me know down in the comments whose team you're on, and I will see you later in the week with a new video. Love you guys, bye!